I really, really don't think you're ready for this, but here we go. Make sure we're sharing the audio here. And
The suspense.
Oh my God! No! No! It's not what it looks
I
like.
see what's going on here. Can I rap with you for a second?
Yeah, but listen.
It's only natural to have certain impulses. Whom amongst us hasn't pulled up pregnant Sonic? It's only natural to be excited by something that's filled with life.
It's not like an attraction.
It's not necessarily a sexual thing.
No,
But there are sexual feelings involved, of course. Who hasn't, thought about maybe beloved franchise character Sonic the Hedgehog carrying their baby to term?
Pregnant Sonic. There's nothing wrong with pregnant Sonic. I think I want to put a ring on it. There's nothing wrong with pregnant Sonic. He's a hero and a mother named will glow like no one other. Pregnant Sonic. I got the strip down, I can take it stamped up. Dr. Eggman is a no good son. Pregnant Sonic. There's nothing wrong with me.
What the hell? Oh, it's disturbing.
we're just gonna sit in
I don't
silence
even
on
know.
this one?
I
don't
I
even
was
know.
ready for someone to hit the
I'm just
theme.
Yeah, I think we got
I
it.
saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's What the Show. My name is AJ Lancaster. I'm not the dad. I'm not the stepdad. I'm the dad that stepped up. How are we doing tonight?
Pregnant Sonic became substantially bigger than regular. Like what is the gained weight for a hedgehog when they're pregnant?
I think I have seen a little pregnant hedgehog before, and they do. I think they probably gain like half their body weight, so it's possible. Buck, aren't you glad that you were brought on this week to discuss these important topics like pregnant Sonic?
I'm literally speechless. AJ, I have no idea what I just saw.
Nothing
That
wrong.
beginning, I'm like, why is he playing this? And then it went into the song. I'm like, oh jeez, AJ.
There's nothing wrong with pregnant Sonic.
That was great.
I mean, this is classic What the Show. We never know what to expect when AJ says he has a video. So
boy, is that true.
Yeah.
And yeah, you didn't disappoint. Tails has been busy.
By the way, just to let you guys know, just in case you're wondering, yes, Jimmy Eat World the Middle was the next video that played in my YouTube algorithm after that.
As it should. Jimmy World the Middle just needs to be played.
they just
all
take
the time.
some time.
On the middle of the
I'm the
round.
actual word. In the middle. That's how it goes to me.
Everything will be all right.
And speaking of mid-2000s emo stars from Arizona, Brandon Buckingham, how are you doing tonight?
I don't know how to respond to that intro, but I'm doing pretty well. The AC in my room is still broken. It's 120 degrees outside, so it is very warm right now.
Yeah, we actually are not in the office right now because our office is upstairs and it's way too hot up there. So we're in the living room ourselves for that very reason.
Every day this month, in the month of July, it's been over 110 degrees.
No, thank you.
We just got that dry heat there. That's vicious.
No, thank you. I don't like it.
And I'm like, I don't really want to go anywhere. Like, I've had a chance to go to a couple baseball games. I don't want to get in my car.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly.
But it's air conditioned there at the stadium, correct?
There's the I gotta walk to my car, and then I gotta walk from my car to the stadium. I was like, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel that. I do feel that. I don't know. I mean, once you're in there, it's fine. But yeah, I just gotta work up all that energy and like work up the sweat just walking in. No, thank you. I'm not for that part.
So, Buck, recently we've kind of changed format because we've gone hardcore into the cold open and the hard close. So we always ask everybody at the beginning of the show to throw out their plugs to make sure we don't forget to do them. So tell them about your Kirk channel.
I kind of stopped. I got very exhausted doing it. A lot of work, and it just didn't feel like it was worth it. So for right now, my channel is kind of on a hiatus until I choose to bring it back. But you can always follow me on Twitter.
Awesome. We got lots of football content coming up, so we're certain we're going to see you at least on a handful of fantasy drafts in the space.
So most of mine are done. I have like
Dynasty,
3
right?
that I have to do. I have 44 lined up for this year. Unlike AJ, I'm not all of them in best ball. I have like 3 best ball.
You're nuts.
Yeah, I have. Let's pull up the stats for. By the way, underdog fantasy code. Underdog fantasy promo code AaronJL. Deposit match up to $100.
Yeah,
just want to put that out there.
So we haven't brought this up in a while. Like now that we only have one more movie to be released for our draft game, which is Haunted Mansion, which comes out this week. Juice is the last person to have a movie release, but things are starting to kind of clear themselves up. Buck, you're kind of staring right at the number 9 or 10 pick.
I'm actually pleased with it. I like that spot. I don't like being either 1. I really don't like 1. Because you get the best player available, but you don't pick for
27 more picks.
Forever.
27 picks. So
It's not.
that's why
for certain.
It's gonna pass.
I'm gonna be top 3.
It's gonna pass Spider-Verse by August.
But I think I'm feeling confident in top 3, but I still don't know for sure if I'm getting 1.
I'm just curious to see how that first 6 picks go, because it's different than what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
The roster construction. So
Yeah.
you can't draft like how you normally would.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the first person to not take a quarterback is the question.
Will I draft Kirk Cousins first overall? These are all
I think
possibilities.
whoever has 5 or 6, I think has to go Jefferson. I think that's where we're going to see.
I think the first 5.
Yeah. I'd say Mahomes, Allen,
Hurts,
Lamar,
Jackson, Burrow.
And Burrow. That's the 5, yeah.
And then I just think at 6, it just depends on what they want. You could still go QB. I just think there's guys that are better at that spot.
So AJ, you are currently just ahead of Buck. You two very likely will be back to back. It's looking pretty certain that way, actually, unless somehow like Haunted Mansion slips between the two of you, or Elemental, which surprisingly might.
Yeah.
Elemental is like one of the few, like up until this previous weekend, Elemental was actually like kind of, not that it's a feel great story, but a feel good story because it legged things out like nothing else did.
Or, hey, it's the Juice. He's here.
Juice, I have to show you something. Immediately.
Oh God. We have to embrace this again, don't we?
Yeah. It's
I apologize, everyone. The drive-through in Arby's took.
I'm gonna need a.
Oh my God! No! No, it's not what it looks
I
like.
see what's going on here. Can I rap with you for a second?
Yeah, but listen.
It's only natural to have certain impulses. Whom amongst us hasn't pulled up pregnant Sonic? It's only natural to be excited by something that's filled with life.
It's not like an attraction.
It's not necessarily a sexual thing.
No.
But there are sexual feelings involved, of course. Who hasn't, thought about maybe beloved franchise character Sonic the Hedgehog carrying their baby to term?
Pregnant Sonic. There's nothing wrong with Pregnant Sonic. I think I want a blurring morning. There's nothing wrong with Pregnant Sonic. He's a hero and a mother, natal glow like no one other. Pregnant Sonic. I got the stick there, nothing to get stamped up. Dr. Eggman is a no good slut.
Gonna Sonic just.
There's nothing wrong with
Corbin came in at just the right time.
Kill him with fire.
The next time Jacob Whitney is Sonic in Super Smash, he will have no mercy.
Oh God, bring it up. Yeah, just no context. Pull it up on your phone, just like let it play.
That would be awesome. that's great.
So yeah, if you can get
I
on,
don't know why this exists. I don't know why the production quality is actually pretty good. I have a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
Yeah, I could see me and AJ sniping each other a couple of times throughout the draft.
Oh, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But Juice, it's looking highly likely that you're going to be back to back with the PLD auto draft. So that going back to back could be a lot of fun. And then Moose is going to be right there with you too. So all of that is going to be some fun.
I really wish that Moose would have gone elemental because he loves calling it elemental. And I'm sad that he didn't.
So what was the difference between the top 10 predictions we made and like
oh my God.
So different,
draft
dude.
order?
So
what?
I have the list here. So I'm gonna read through these real quick. Now we're gonna do a full recap show with Chance, like right before we get to the end. But like all of our top 10s. But I want to watch Buck's reaction to this.
Oh,
all right. Which one of us do you want to hear first? It's us and Chance. The four of us and Chance.
Oh, wait, Juice. Well, no, do this, but I have a story that because of one of Juice's picks that I have to tell. Okay. I'll tell it after them.
Buck, who do you want to start with?
My list.
Let's go Chance.
Okay.
Mr. I think Kenny Pickett's going to win a Super Bowl before Joe Burrow. I was like, I think the heat is getting to his brain.
He's a little delusional, but it's okay.
All right, so Chance, number 10, he put Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That has not come out yet, so we can't really judge on that. 9, he put Oppenheimer. 8, he put Fast X, which is going to be pretty close. 7's Barbie. 6 is Across the Spider-Verse. 5 is The Flash. 4 is Mission Impossible. 3 is Little Mermaid. 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy. And 1, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh, my gosh.
We're all about that.
I think
like all of them are in awful spots.
He got close on Guardians and Little Mermaid and Fast X, but pretty much everything else is wildly off. But we all are.
If Fast X wasn't pulled after 2 weeks, maybe it would have went higher. But they're like, yeah, no, it's, and I don't think it's even available for free streaming. I think you still have to pay for it.
Just unpaid,
crazy.
It was like 70% week after week though that was dropping off, and it didn't open impressive.
He got putting Mario out this week, so it's probably gonna be another month before they put.
Wait, did Transformers: Rise of the Beasts already come out?
Yes.
Yes.
I did not. If you would have asked me, when that came out, I've been like, oh, next month, I guess.
Oh my God.
All right, let's do Juice's list. So Juice actually has one that has not come out yet. Juice, though, with the caveat, when I rewatched the stream to do it, completely forgot that Indiana Jones existed.
Yeah, I forgot it was a thing.
He didn't even put it on his list.
Juice, he was coming in high. He was making up the list on the fly.
Oh yeah, on the fly.
Got some real good. There's no bodies on it this year.
Juice is closer than all of the rest of us, except for one glaring mistake. Juice at 10 put Gran Turismo, which has not come out
like
yet.
It could maybe be.
So 9 is
that actually looks really good.
I think it's going to be better than we like most of us expected.
Okay, this is I'm going to interject now. This is my story, which is about Gran Turismo. So I never heard of this movie, okay, until Juice had mentioned it on this stream. And then literally after you mentioned it, we see that effing trailer every week. We go, oh my God, I'm over that trailer.
I haven't even seen the trailer.
I'm ready for that movie to come out, so I don't have to see this trailer anymore. But anywho, week after week, I make fun of the way Orlando Bloom says Nissan, okay? Because in the trailer, which I've seen a million times, I'm like Nissan, and I think it's very funny, so I make fun of it. Flash forward to this past weekend, which is now actually flashback, but anyways, from when I saw the preview for the originally, it's a flash forward. And where am I? But the home of the Tennessee Titans, which is Nissan Stadium, seeing Ed Sheeran, who is also a British guy, like Orlando Bloom. And he's like, can't believe a British guy like me sold out Nissan Stadium. And I'm like, oh my God, they all do it. So I would like to formally apologize to Orlando Bloom for making fun of you. Apparently all British people just pronounce Nissan that way. Nissan.
All right, so just the rest of Juice's list: 9 Oppenheimer, 8 Mission Impossible. That might be spot on. 7 Transformers.
Which is so ridiculous.
7 Transformers. That might be spot on.
Juice is good.
Juice has some good ones.
For being on the
6 is
fly.
Fast X. 5 is Little Mermaid. That might be spot on. 4 Barbie. He actually had Barbie
He put
higher
Barbie
than
higher.
the highest
Spot on
of all.
if it ends today, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 Guardians of the Galaxy, which might wind up being. I think that is going to actually happen. 2 is your big flub, Flash. And 1 Spider-Verse.
Well, apparently that's doing really well in VOD. Flash is doing really well in VOD.
Kind of to be expected. I'm going to do Bethany and mine first, and then I'm going to come back to AJ's because AJ's has a very funny thing. Bethany's has.
Mine's very bad. 10
is Haunted Mansion, which is not tracking good. 9 Oppenheimer. 8 Fast X. That's probably Fast X at 8 is not bad. Barbie at 7. Mission Impossible at 6. Indiana Jones at 5. Across the Spider-Verse at 4. Flash at 3. Guardians at 2. Little Mermaid at 1.
I would also like to clarify with this. I put Mission Impossible as high as I did. I originally was going to swap that and Barbie, which Barbie still would have been too low, but still. Because this one just kept being like, oh, it's just going to make all this money. Tom Cruise, like he just kept talking it up. And I was like,
well, that's what happened with the last one. So you expect.
I don't know. And so then he got in my head and then I did that. So,
so
always go with your gut. The moral of the story here, folks.
Here's mine. I did not put Oppenheimer in my top 10, which looks like it could finish top 3 at this point.
So that was a mistake.
So I had Transformers at 10. That's probably not that far off. I put Strays at 9. This is before Strays got moved because Strays was supposed to come out earlier in the summer.
That sucks.
Yeah. Barbie I had at 8. Fast X at 7. Flash at 6. Mission Impossible at 5. Indiana Jones at 4. Boy, was I off on that one. Across the Spider-Verse at 3. Guardians of the Galaxy at 2. And Little Mermaid at 1. I don't think I got any spot right.
Juice's list looks the best right now.
AJ's is the fun one. So AJ had Oppenheimer at 10, Elemental at 9. He's the only one of us who put Elemental on the list at all, and that could be pretty close.
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse at 8.
Fast
X at 7, Little Mermaid at 6, Barbie at 5. Flash at 4, Guardians of the Galaxy at 3, Little Mermaid again at 2, and Indiana Jones at 1.
Oof.
He forgot about Mission Impossible and said Little Mermaid twice, and none of us picked up on it.
So that's his list.
And we asked AJ, can you recap your list? And he's like, I don't remember it. So we had to go back and rewatch the whole stream to get AJ's list.
Yep.
Wow. Great job, AJ.
I wrote it down at work, and I left the sheet of paper at work.
You could have had the winning list.
Yeah, probably did.
Probably did.
Yours will probably end up coming the closest, especially if by all weird freaking Nissan.
Well, the way we're going to score
Gran
it,
Turismo does well.
we're going to score it that if you get the exact spot right, you get 2 points. And if you get the movie that was in the top 10, you get 1 point. So for that reason, I think Juice
We'll probably win.
might have gotten 3 or 4 of the spots right. So I think you're going to
There's
win.
no way anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Barbie all the way. I knew it the whole time.
Yeah, the other one that I had at work, I actually had Sound of Freedom on it, so I'm kind of pissed.
Oh,
Oh man.
No, I'm joking.
Let's
I
talk
know
about
you are.
that piece of shit. I've been ready to rant about this for a minute now.
Oh, gosh.
And it has nothing to do with the movie itself. I've not seen the movie. I genuinely have not really looked at what the whole. I know it's the general basic plot is about, but this garbage piece of movie is trying to present itself as something that's holier than thou when they're literally buying their own tickets. This studio is getting people to pay them, buying tickets, and there's people not going to see this. Like there literally are videos of people going into theaters that are sold out, and there's nobody in it. This studio is just paying for itself to inflate its own numbers when it could be doing something to make it like use the money like we do and give it to a cause.
Speaking of, we haven't put that out yet this stream.
Yep. Streamlabs.com/whattheshow/ we're going. All donations for the month will be going to Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish. I mean, goes without saying. Kind of cool with them that John Cena is the top person to fulfill the most wishes for them. So what actually happens is a child makes a wish to see John Cena, and then a monkey's paw, a finger curls somewhere.
I don't know what just happened.
You can't see them.
Yeah.
That took me a minute to get, evidently. But yeah, Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish is a great fan. Yeah, that's absolutely
true.
wonderful.
He is a Ken. Yes, we mean Ken. We're all about Kenergy here.
And we won't spoil because I know I don't think any of you have seen it. We won't spoil he is in the movie, but we won't spoil exactly what he is because he's got a very funny.
It was in the pre-release. It was in pre-release materials.
Oh, gotcha. So if you know, we won't spoil it yet because there are people, obviously 3 of you who haven't seen. You know, half the world has seen it at this point. It's made $200 million in 5 days, whatever it is up to.
Barbie bitches, let's roll. Listen,
214, and we're at 5 days.
Yeah,
anything is possible.
That is insane.
In our fantasy football league, I'm everything, and everyone else is just Ken.
And Bethany pulled Barbie, which is was super appropriate. Yeah, and she's wind up with the #1 pick because of it.
I really wanted Barbie. I really, really, truly wanted Barbie. Everyone go back to the stream. I was hoping for it. I was excited for it. Might put it in eggs, and I thought, I wonder, there was one pink egg left, and I was like, I bet he put Barbie in the pink egg, right? And so I pulled it, and sure enough, it was. And that was when it was my name that had been pulled, and I was.
So speaking of the eggs, the reason I bought the eggs, I had an idea. So I think I've told some of you. I've told you this, Buck. I think that my league of my college buddies for fantasy football, whoever finishes last place gets to pick the draft game, and we all get together in person to do this. And it was Easter time. I was walking down the aisle at it was Walmart, and I saw Easter eggs. And I don't know why, but all of a sudden I just had in my mind of like the tumbler, like a draft lottery kind of thing where people pull it out and they open them up to see who's actually picked. So hold on, Jake.
Wait a minute. I don't know if you're doing this because it's a running joke that you talk about the World Girls nonstop, or if this is
Nope. Look at the next comment. He's like, wrong stream.
So that is fantastic. Never change, Jake.
Never ever change, Jake. Hold on.
We will take a shot for much cheaper.
This is all. That's all I had to say. Oh, nice.
Never change, Jake. Never change.
For $5 of Streamlabs donation, we'll take a shot. Right.
Oh, easy, yeah. And I don't even have anything to take a shot of, but I'll do it. For the children.
So anyway, I'll wrap up quick. Because I finished last place, I can pick it. Instead of putting just numbers in, I'm putting 48 eggs into it. And the other 38 are just going to have ridiculous tasks or punishments. So you might draw a number, but you might draw something just absolutely ridiculous that you have to do in order to continue playing in the game. And every one of my college buddies is absolutely terrified of what is going in my head. None of them, if any of them have to watch the stream, they just got spoiled. But they don't.
I want it to be known, I'm not going to say what the tasks or punishments are, because in case any of them happen to watch this stream, I want it to be a surprise. But I have read them, and I want everyone to know that you should be concerned. That's all I'm going to say about that.
The amount of alcohol poisoning that's going to happen that day is pretty insane.
All right.
I can't wait to hear about this.
There's going to be story. I don't know if the draft is going to be finished because everyone's going to be like so drunk.
There's only 10 of us in that league. That draft every year takes 7 hours because
I would lose my ever-loving mind if I was in a draft that took 7 hours. I just want to go on record right now. Lose my mind.
So let's talk about, though, speaking of football. I know several of us have watched Quarterback on Netflix.
Loved it.
This is where I go to the bathroom.
I am literally making a pilgrimage in a little over 2 weeks to Mr. Kohl's cash himself's home, and not really his home, but the Viking Stadium. And I already was pretty excited about it, but then I watched the show and fell in love with Kirk Cousins, and now I'm really excited about it. But I'm bitter because I originally wanted to go. I wanted to go to Detroit because obviously my love for the Detroit Lions, and we were going to go see Ed Sheeran. And I told my friend Katie, let's go to Detroit because I wanted to go to the Lions Stadium. And she was like, I want to go to Detroit. There's something to do in Detroit. And freaking Eminem showed up at that show. And so I will hold that over her head forever because it was an awesome moment. But I'm so excited to go to Minnesota. Okay, anyways, let's talk about Quarterback.
Yeah. So I started watching the first one, and I was like, this seems fine. It's And then like a week later, I then restarted. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm sorry. Patrick Mahomes, like, how can you not love that? That man's passion. I think my favorite part with Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC championship game where he's like, no, I am not. No, it was the AFC divisional game. He's like, I'm not going out. He's like, no, it's not happening. I'm like, because that man loves the game so much.
Yeah, mad respect, obviously. Seriously, I wanted to go to that show. But anyway, Patrick Mahomes, we were saying when we were watching it that he is very much a Michael Jordan, and he's very competitive.
He's just next to Michael. I don't think there's a human being that's ever going to exist who is as competitive as Michael Jordan.
But Patrick Mahomes is like a competitive mother effer, for sure. He's
I mean, the only people that are going to hate him are fans of teams that he beats in the playoffs.
Right.
But, like, there's no reason to hate him.
Right.
Like, it's all this competitive desire.
Also, his like little moment that he had with his dad at the Super Bowl legitimately made me emotional.
Yeah.
So you all know, like, I grew up a Mets fan, and my uncle took me almost every Saturday home game I went to for years. I saw his dad pitch so many times, and I'm like, how many of those games was little
baby Patrick,
like sitting, right or on the field during warm-ups and things like that? How many times did I see Patrick Mahomes at the Met games? It had to have been a lot.
Also, I'm going to say something that sounds really mean, but he lives a 100% amazing life. I mean, have you seen his house? Have you seen his life? He has 2 Super Bowl rings, so my little comment is not going to mean anything.
He's already a Hall of Famer. He's already a Hall of Famer.
This is the one thing that I cannot stand about him, and it's so mean, especially coming from me, who literally gets made fun of my voice all the time. So, like, throwing rocks at glass houses, but I cannot stand that man's voice. I just can't.
Kermit the Frog.
It is so grating on me.
Travis Kelce does a phenomenal impression.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch his podcast with his brother, it's so great when he...
That's funny.
It's literally Kermit. Like, he literally sounds like Kermit.
He really does. And also, I don't know. That's a really good question. We need to find out what is his bathroom.
The bathroom to touchdown ratio.
Gorgeous. So I'm sure it has a million bathrooms.
Well, as we were watching it, though, I was like, the amount, like, Patrick Mahomes dropping F-bombs that's a drinking game. Like, how many times?
Oh, crap. I already forgot what the thing he says now all the time. He's always like,
You got this, dog? Or
No, like keep doing you, keep doing your thing. That's what he says to everyone at the end of every game. He's like, keep doing your thing, bro. I was like, meet up with good game.
Also,
keep
he's
doing your
super
thing, bro.
polite. He's
Keep
always
doing
like,
your thing,
"Sir."
bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
sir.
Sir a lot.
Yeah, that is
and
accurate.
then there's Kirk Cousins, who like the most profane thing he says is "dang it."
Yeah, dang it.
I love how his wife will dress him when he has to dress for games. I'm like, he's like, I have no fashion sense. I let her do it.
Also, she picked like the best jacket for a comeback game. Like she had no idea, obviously, when she picked his outfit that day, that it would be like this
Historic.
iconic, historic comeback game. But the fact that he was wearing
That-
this really
that
loud
part-
jacket was perfect.
That part of the show where they basically talked about the game was phenomenal. Like I thought,
Yeah.
I was like, it's because it's crazy. They asked a lot of people to do this last year. A lot of them said no. Now, a lot of them now was like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
You literally had the guy who won MVP and the Super Bowl. It was not a distraction. So you can't use that as
Yeah.
Right.
an excuse.
They just used the footage that NFL Films had to begin with, and then just interviewed them afterwards, more or less. So, you know, they had their obviously between weeks and practices
Yeah,
and
they
stuff like
did.
that, but it wasn't like invasive.
Right.
So here's the question I was going to say: for if hypothetical, they do it again. This goes for everybody.
Well, they did say that Peyton did say they do have a season 2.
Okay, so who are the three? So you want somebody who's the superstar, somebody who is, you know, kind of a middling of the pack, and somebody
That's mean to say about Kirk Cousins, okay?
and somebody.
Jalen
who-
Hurts, Jared Goff.
I said Goff.
I want that. I want more Lions in my life.
I don't know who you would do as the Marcus Mariota one, because I feel like Goff is the Cousins one.
Yeah.
I don't know who you would do as a guy that's maybe Jimmy Garoppolo would be interesting.
That was in my head. But you could go with one of the rookies. You could also go, because it's come out now that supposedly Indianapolis has a 10-week plan for Anthony Richardson. So you could potentially go with Gardner Minshew to have that kind of.
That would be some good. He'd have some great interviews.
Episodes like Marcus. Oh, anyway, he's
I'm
pretty
curious how high he's gonna go. Anthony Richardson's gonna go high in our draft or not.
With that news coming out, especially since we're doing ours the day before the league starts, before the NFL kickoff, I don't know how you take Richardson as a top 14. You know, somebody could take him at, you know, in the 20s, obviously, but I'd be surprised if he goes as somebody's one.
Yeah, that's the problem when you do drafts in the off season.
Yeah.
He went. He was like 1 or 2 in every rookie draft that I did.
Mm-hmm.
It was Young, then Richardson, or Richardson. Well, sorry, Bijan. Actually, it depended on the league. If it was a 2 QB league, most of them, Bijan still went number 1 because he's gonna get so many PPR points.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So the 3 for it that I would pick would be Joe Montana, Joe Flacco, Dan Marino.
There we go.
Just, I don't think you understand how this
Could do Joe Flacco. You could do Joe Flacco.
He's not signed right now, right?
Right.
He's still a free agent and technically is not retired.
I think. Well, first of all, I just want to say, I hope it isn't Aaron Rodgers, just because the fact that they're getting Hard Knocks this year.
It won't be
Like,
Rodgers.
we don't need that much content on him. You know what I mean? Like, you're already getting Hard Knocks, so please let it not be him. That's my only request. I would really like Jared Goff because, again, I could take content of the Lions 24/7 and inject it in my veins.
Derek Carr could be a potential too with going to a new team.
Yeah, I was thinking that
Derek
too.
Carr is so good.
I was trying to think. All right, who are guys that have switched teams? Is who I was trying to think for that third one.
It's not much. It's Carr, Garoppolo, Rodgers. In terms of
I
starters,
think the one for the superstar is going to either be Allen, Burrow, or Hurts.
Yeah, that's no
I
brainers
don't have
right
to
there.
watch Joe Burrow.
I love Joe Burrow. I don't get your hatred of him.
Oh my god, I hate it. I want to.
He went to LSU.
Well, I can probably guess why Bethany hates him
Right.
because he played for LSU.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely loathe that man. Loathe him.
Joe Boros from New York played for LSU.
Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
all I got to say.
Oh, good. Chiefs sounds good. Yeah. First of all, he has a really punch. He gives off Adam Banks energy, and I don't like that.
Banks energy.
Like,
Joe Burrow and Adam
tell
Banks
me
is
that
fair.
Joe Burrow does not give off Adam Banks. He's a cake eater. He's a mother effing cake eater, and I will not stand for it.
So Flacco is a free agent. I thought he was still with the Jets.
Yeah, he was on a 2-year deal when he signed with them.
Watch him beat out. Yeah, he's still in the Jets, and he beats out Rodgers for the starter.
Amen
I
to
can see
that.
it.
Okay. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But we might have an idea.
He was in the playoffs. He's probably at practice.
I
Yeah.
prefer practice. That's what they all say.
Yeah, that was a
Super year.
Wednesday. So mandatory team walkthrough probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Jalen Hurts has turned it down, so it's not going to be Jalen Hurts.
Okay. And knowing Jalen Hurts, that he doesn't want spotlight. I don't know. I think Burrow would take it. I don't know if Allen would.
Trevor
So
Lawrence
another
would be
one
good.
that they could do instead of a rookie,
Oh, Lord.
Justin Fields. They could. I think Justin Fields would
He's
be a
got
good
this-
one.
He's at the turning point of his career. It could go either way.
Good first name.
Agreed. I do agree with that.
They should do it on Deshaun Watson.
Mm.
Hit the music.
Oh God. Oh,
Oh. Did you guys see his freaking interview from the other day?
I did not know.
Basically, not taking any responsibility whatsoever,
that's
not
right.
looking remorseful whatsoever.
Somebody has to take him in fantasy with us doing our format we're doing. Holy crap.
Dang, if I have the number one.
Apparently, Joe Burrow has said no. Sam Howell has said no.
Damn Howell.
Wait, I don't even know who you're talking about, Jake.
Rex Ryan,
No, I know, but I don't know who Joe Burrows is, the way he just spelled that.
Don't worry
Miami
about
Miami Dolphins. Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Antonio Brown going to the Miami Dolphins. They might make the Super Bowl. That's all right.
Who'd you talk? Deshaun Watson? Is that who you mentioned before? Is that Texans?
He's now on the Cleveland Browns.
it. Wait. Juice.
But he was on the Texans.
Mhm.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Well, I'm thinking it. No, I don't know who I'm thinking of. You guys
Don't
know
worry about
football is not
Don't worry about him.
my
I'm
favorite.
just waiting for you to take Justin Tucker in like the 3rd round this year. So
That's a great pick.
Juice,
It's a great pick.
Well, if you need to know anything about
He is a
Deshaun
great pick.
Watson, he's going to go on the 26th pick of our fantasy draft. Just Google Deshaun Watson 26, and you'll figure it out.
Nice.
if he's the
I was-
26th quarterback,
Oh my gosh, AJ.
I think I'm going Steven Gostkowski for 3rd pick.
oh, that's a solid pick too.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brett
I
Maher.
can't. I feel like Paul, his auto draft, he's gonna get Deshaun Watson
That's very likely.
I hope so. I don't
based
know.
on the roster construction. With his first one, it's entirely possible that could happen.
That's very because he's going to be picking. He's got 13. That's pretty much wrapped up right now. So that's a good chance of it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh,
This league is the only one that's not on sleeper. Every other league I have is on sleeper.
I said if anybody else wanted to take over commissioner,
No. I tried
Nobody
that one
stepped
year,
up.
and I'm like, nah, I don't. Nope, I'm not gonna be a commissioner.
Yeah. That's all good. That's gonna be fun though. So that plug for a month and a half, not even a month. Shit, like what, 6 weeks from now? I think it's 6.
Come on, guys. I gotta start thinking about stuff.
Yeah, about 6 weeks from now, I think is when we're doing.
6 weeks is a month and a half.
Yes, it is.
I know math.
Get there, everyone. Build it.
Yeah, 6 weeks from now, we will have on the Wednesday night, the night before the Chiefs and Lions kick off the NFL, we will have the draft. It'll be interesting to see if everybody shows up. Like last year, I think we had the exact right number of people in the stream because the people who are no longer in the league just neglected to do it. We're gonna probably be like, crap, we have to figure out who to Tetris in and out this year. I think because everyone's gonna want to be on stream.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you and Bethany can be on one.
Chance and PJ
Chance,
can.
yeah, and PJ can be on
I
one.
think they did last
They
year.
did, yeah, they did.
And we're what, 14?
We're 14, so we would have 2 more screens there. So basically, we need two people hypothetically not to be here.
We'll see.
We'll see how. I mean, we can shuffle people in and out, but our 2 new league entrants, I'm pretty certain will want to be on. So
I'm thinking everyone about starting a cheese for the Detroit Lions. And I know that was a weird sentence, but here's the thing. Hear me out, okay? So I eat brie every Saturday for good luck for the Gators. And I was thinking maybe I'll eat some brie for the Lions. And I thought, no, that's not fair. They deserve their own cheese. So what cheese should I eat every Sunday or Thursday or Monday when they play for good luck for them? Everyone go ahead.
It's tough. It's tough because a rival's Wisconsin.
That's-
So
Yeah, you can't do
that's
I would find out what lions eat. Is their main food source? I need
Deer.
that.
Zebra.
So,
What if I just have a zebra cake?
I would hook up. I would get hooked up with one
Sunday.
Rob. I get hooked up with one Rob Fishback who can probably send you exotic meats. He probably has a guy. Oh yeah, I got a zebra guy.
All right,
Just
Jake
Gouda.
voted. He says smoked Gouda. I do enjoy Gouda. Gouda for golf, but I like it. That could work. I don't know. What's does Detroit's not known for their cheeses. I don't know what a Michigan, is there a Michigan cheese? Probably not.
do a chef. It's Brie adjacent. Brie adjacent. There we go.
Yeah,
I think we only have one Chev on our cheese menu where I work, so it'd be a less popular. Someone send him the link. Jake, send him the link. Or not the StreamYard link, but the YouTube link.
So funny.
Where's Lego? Lego would be screenshotting that.
Rob,
Well, we should bring him in StreamYard too, but at least the YouTube link to.
I'm thinking, I don't
See
know.
that.
I'm now just thinking zebra cakes. It's kind of funny, but that's not a
Yeah.
cheese. That's a snack cake.
What's
I could do it.
Zebra cakes for the Lions.
Zebra cakes for the Lions. Every time the Lions play, we start kick off against the Chiefs. Let's see if it brings some good luck.
I'm down to jump ship and go Detroit. I'll still root for the Dolphins, but my dear coworker that I work with is from Michigan, and I lived in Michigan. So I have just as much of a right to be a Packers fan as I do a Lions fan. I'm not really a Packers fan, but
I think you should start using zebra cakes for the
I'm
Lions.
down
Well-
to start cheering for the Lions. I love a good
I don't know
underdog.
who it was today. It might have been their president said they're going to wait till halfway through the season to determine if Jordan Love is their guy going forward. They're going to give him basically half the season.
Yeah, that sounds like my Cardinals right now. A complete disaster.
Yeah,
They
they beat the Diamondbacks 2 of the last.
Oh wow, there you go.
Oh,
Cantaloupe. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this. So I don't know. I just assume lions eat zebras and antelopes. So what if I do zebra cakes and cantaloupe?
I'm in.
That's brilliant.
I love it. I'm in.
I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're making it a thing. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I'll follow me on Instagram. I'll post pictures of it.
What's Instagram?
You know the thing. The
Drug dealer.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes his joke.
Not the. Oh, I saw a tweet today that was very funny, and it was about how Elon Musk wants everyone to start calling the Barbie dream house the Mojo Jojo.
The Mojo Jojo Casa House.
Which is pretty much what he is doing, yes, with Twitter. So
I find it funny how he wants to change Twitter to X, but that's actually owned by Meta, which is
Meta. I saw that.
I'm like, you just do this to yourself, man. Like you just.
I have only eaten Superman ice cream in Michigan, so
Someone has to tell me what this is, you Michiganders.
I feel like it was just kind of a blue, like. I feel like if I remember, I was maybe 4. It was like a blue, like.
Is your guess?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a blue, like birthday cakey.
Oh, okay. I'm looking it up right now. I'm gonna get a picture of it.
We're going off 4-year-old taste buds here.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is blue birthday cakey. You're right. That's what
Is it really? That was complete.
I mean, this is what it looks like. I guess it's kind of Superman colors, like blue, red, and yellow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it.
Yeah.
When I googled it, that's what showed up. I don't know what the flavor is, but it says it's a super colorful and sweet ice cream flavor that kids just love. If you say so, Google.
All right, so I wanted to bring something up completely off topic. AJ sent this to our group chat earlier this week, and Buck, you definitely need to get into this conversation. So, Juice, I forget his last name, Eddie
Burbank?
Eddie Burbank. In the past 2 years, did a video. Burbank, yeah.
Burbank. He's not from California.
Spent 1 year going to every rainforest cafe in the United States, and the next year going to every Margaritaville in the United States.
He didn't spend a year. He spent like a summer.
It was inside of a month. But yeah. Did the 2 things.
Somehow makes it crazier, to be honest.
The question is, if you have like fuck you money, and you wanted to make a stupid internet video, where would you go visit one of every one of?
I mean, Mike, you know me. You can probably guess what
or baseball stadium. You do baseball stadium.
Yes.
Oh, that's
one season. Go to every single major league.
Which would be awesome.
Stadium.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not lying. I would love to do
and
that.
I think it's other than basketball, it's the only one that you can do. Football would be a logistics scheduling nightmare.
You can't do it.
Now you might get lucky, and you can do 2 in a week with Sunday and Monday, or Thursday, Sunday, Monday. Like
Thursday, Sunday, Monday, potentially.
Like,
but
that
yeah,
just sounds
terrible.
like. First of all, that sounds like so much fun, but that just sounds like a logistic nightmare. Like you'd be just on the plane on a plane.
I mean, if you were rich enough, though. You know, logistics are a lot easier when you have money.
So what I came up with was on the What the Show front is to go to all 50 of the states, including Hawaii and Alaska.
Yes, they are in the 50.
Yeah, I can count. And
are we sure about that? Because you didn't know that 6 was 1.5.
Let's count them. Let's count them and just make sure the math's been right all these years.
So, going to all 50 states and attempting to find Watermelon Smash.
Oh my god!
In every single one of the states.
I feel like that wouldn't be that hard.
We've not found it since.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think it actually would end up being quite difficult. We'd really have to call around.
Could it be a regional thing where it's only in a certain part of the country?
Oh, no.
Well, you can buy it in Washington, which if you look to your top left is up there. And the only time we've had it is in Florida. And if you look to your bottom right, it's down there. So we've quite literally It's
The two
in
opposite. Yeah.
two opposites.
So we
So
don't know
where else
what
is
his
it?
rules are to where watermelon smash is. But we
Be
know-
hilarious if you went to every single country. You found it in Florida, you found it in Washington, and the only other country you found it in was like Hawaii
Country?
or state, whatever. I don't care about
I was like,
politics.
we were all part of the
Um,
same country.
All right.
I don't care about politics.
The baseball one is great.
No, the baseball one's cool. I'd like to do that myself.
That's my realistic answer.
We've already started.
I'm just like, how much would that take? And like, are we talking like any seat? Like there are like levels to it. Like do you say right by the stadium and then your seat? Do you get bleachers? Do you get like a really nice seat? And so like that, that decides.
We're blue skying it where money is no
Like,
object. So.
I would love. I've been to Wrigley, but I did not sit in the bleachers at Wrigley. I think that's like a rite of passage there.
Yeah,
You know,
and then at Fenway, you got to sit on top of the monster.
Monster, yeah.
True.
There's no other stadium I feel like where you would have to sit.
Off the
If
top,
you
I
were
have
at the old Yankee Stadium, I'd say in one of the bleachers, but it's new Yankee Stadium, so there's not that history.
Mm-hmm.
maybe the Marlins one where the pool area is.
So that's not there.
How many teams are there?
32.
And then there'll be 30.
30.
30.
In baseball, 30. Yeah.
So my sister
For
and
now.
brother-in-law are making their way through it. They're like getting up there. I think they're close to 20. So they will. Their goal is to inevitably see out. Again, they haven't done it in a year, but
If you skip Oakland, it's okay.
Well,
I've actually been
Probably won't even be there by the time they get there.
I would 100% go to every SEC stadium. And then also the Rose Bowl, Ohio State, and Michigan, just because I think those are like places that are like iconic to college football that I think you have to go. We've already started making our way through the SEC stadiums, but
so
definitely
doing one for college football, like every major Power 5 team stadium. First of all, you couldn't do in a single year. That would take several years. But I think that would be something fun to do. Like every year, like you choose one conference.
Yeah, we do. So every year, except the last 2 years, because logistics, my family and I pick one SEC away game we go to. So it kind of determines where the Gators are playing. Obviously, we pick and we go to an away game in the SEC. So we're slowly but surely making our way, which of course they keep expanding the SEC. So it's just going to keep taking longer until we can finish it. And Georgia's going to be difficult because we never play them at home. We always play them on a neutral site. So inevitably we'll go see Georgia playing I don't know who. And we'll just go in neutral attire, I guess. But you got to do it. You got to see their stupid shrubs that they're obsessed with. And I mean, I actually only live 2 hours away from it now. So it would be very attainable to do. But we always go when someone is playing Florida. So it's a little trickier because we never play them at home.
See, you want to know something that's crazy? Is next weekend, somebody on this screen is going to his first professional football stadium. It's not for a football game,
Wow.
but somebody is going to see his first pro stadium.
Yes, indeed.
Is that AJ?
Yep.
You ever been to a pro football stadium?
Yep, I'm going to. So we'll be at MetLife during Metallica, and we're talking one of the nights the opening acts not so great. So why not just give ourselves a little stadium tour?
There you go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever
Such a boring stadium.
I've ever been to an NFL stadium to watch an NFL game, to be honest. I have been to
I've
a
been
few
to a
NFL
bunch.
stadiums, but never to watch a football game.
I've been to FedEx,
Not a professional
MetLife.
football game, anyways.
For football games, FedEx, MetLife, whatever the hell they're calling Denver now. I've been to old Giant Stadium, so MetLife and Giant Stadium, and I've been to for concerts. I've been to a bunch of them, but I think for actual NFL games, that's it.
We the only time I've been like in Lambeau Field, we as a family when I was a kid drove to Lambeau Field, and the stadium tours were like $8 a person. and I thought they said in my young mind $80 a person, and I'm like, that is insane. $80 for a stadium tour. But all I hear is my grandpa freaking out. That's preposterous. You could not possibly charge that much. And so I was like, it had to be $80. That's insane. Yeah, to just go see the stadium. And then later I find out, like, no, it was just $8 a person. My grandpa threw an absolute fit.
When I was
being cheap.
So when I was in high school, we went. I was in a sports marketing class, and we went and did the Madison Square Garden tour, which back then was probably like $15. I bet the Garden tour is probably in the $40 to $50 range at this point. But the cool thing is, if you do the Madison Square Garden tour, because it's during the day, it's early in the day, if there's a concert or some kind of special event, you see them setting up. And the one time we were there was actually like they had the indoor tennis, and we saw them warming up, and it was what was her name? The blonde-haired girl, Anna Kournikova was.
Oh, yeah.
We got to watch her doing her warm-ups and stuff, which that's not something that was like broadcast or anything, but we just so happened to be there when she was out there, warming up in front of an empty arena, which was pretty cool. But if you were to go like on a major concert or something, you potentially could see sound check, like walking through doing the tour. So that'd be something that'd be pretty cool to be at.
Oh yeah.
Also, we are tied 1-1 with the Netherlands, in case anyone's wondering.
Oh yeah, the game's on now.
I went to Green Bay. I don't remember the year, but it was Josh Rosen's rookie year.
2017.
Yeah. I did a stadium tour that Saturday, and then I went to the game on Sunday.
18. It's 18, not 17.
It was in the month of December, absolutely freezing. I was covered, literally, you couldn't see any skin other than my eyes. And I was still freezing those bleachers. I was like, this was fun. I got to do this. I got to do a stadium tour of one of the most iconic football stadiums. Never again in the winter. Never.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never going
I got a great Lambeau story. It's not mine. It's my old roommate, Joe, who is a diehard, lifelong Packers fan. He never got to go to Lambeau, and he got tickets to go to Lambeau. And the game, you know this game, Buck. I guarantee you know this game. He went to the Matt Flynn game. That is the one and only time he went to Lambeau.
Wait, what year?
Oh, God. What year was
2011 or I think it's 2011. It's either 10 or 11.
I think What was in playoffs?
No, it was it was the last week of the season. They were already clinched for their playoff spot, so they sat Rodgers and Matt Flynn played, and Matt Flynn threw 6 touchdowns, and that's how he posed Seattle into giving him that contract.
So, legit true story, NFL stadiums you have to pay to tour.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in college you just go in. You just walk in the stadium. I ain't paying for that shit. I'm just going to walk in the stadium. They can't stop me. Unless it's game day, then there's security. But any other day, you just walk in. It's free. It's self-guided. That's your tour.
Yeah, I know during like Tom Grossi's 30 and 30 stadium tour that he did, it was like there's some of them wanted to charge him like a couple $100.
Yeah, some of them were like so welcoming, and other ones were like, "Fuck you."
This is wild to me. Yeah, this might just be a college fan. You just walk in.
Like apparently, like the Cowboys of all teams were like super accommodating to him.
Yeah, which usually they're all about money. So that is bizarre.
So yeah, it's just so weird how some people are like, sure, come on in, and some like, nope, give us that cash.
That is wild to me. Yeah, I would. I don't know about that. That's weird. That's very weird. So like, there's just like security posted at them at all times, I guess.
So they're like gated
They're
up.
like locked.
They're gated up. Yeah, you can't get in them.
Oh, wild. And you just go exercise at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium whenever you want.
Like if you go to so AJ and I are going to MetLife next week. They'll have they pull the gates up and down like you go to like a concession stand.
Yeah.
They'll have that in front of all the entrances until they are ready to open. So
Wild.
I'm excited to see your reaction just to seeing the stadium, AJ. Like you're going to be overwhelmed in a lot of ways next week.
I think let's map this out. This is not going to be exciting because we're all just be sitting in silence. But I think I might have all of you beat on how many stadiums I've been to.
I've been to a fair amount.
I don't know. Let's count. That's not entertaining.
Yeah, I would have to sit and think on that one.
Like if you're counting arenas and stadiums.
No, I'm saying like football stadiums.
Football stadiums.
Now, are you talking sporting events or just events in general?
Like arenas.
I
stadiums.
say anytime you go to a football stadium, it counts.
Well, yeah. See, I only go there for sporting events. I have not gone to a lot of concerts. So yeah, you're definitely gonna beat me on that one.
I probably would be second, but I know just because of how many college games she's been to.
I'm gonna see if I can figure this out.
Well, just the amount of places I've seen Metallica in is pretty absurd. So,
but we're only counting stadiums. I just have football stadiums to be exact.
Like football stadiums, I think I've seen Metallica in about 10 different stadiums. So.
All right, hold on, I gotta think. I'm gonna count this out now because now I'm curious.
So, but
I know I beat AJ because he has been to 0.
So, but with those stadiums,
I've been inside of one.
You guys talk while I count.
What's mine's Oakland is the worst. It's either Oakland or FedEx is the worst I've been to. What would you say is the worst one you've been to?
Worst one I've been to? It was probably when I was working for the University of Houston. I'd have to go back and look at the schedule. I'm trying to remember which one. It probably was it Louisville? It might have been Louisville. Okay. That one, yeah, that one wasn't very fun. No, sorry. Worst one. Rutgers. I remember Rutgers only because it was freezing and windy that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like super windy. Like it was like 20 to 25 mile per hour winds, and it was already like 50 degrees. I was freezing.
50 degrees.
FedEx Field is absolutely awful to get in and out of, and the stadium has zero character to it. There is nothing about FedEx
Hopefully
Field.
That changes. Hopefully that changes with the new group.
I
about the poo water?
The issue is where they put it. Like, they realistically, where it is now in Landover, Maryland, it's in the middle of nowhere. And it's not technically DC, and they're really not a Maryland team, which Baltimore is. So, like, they can move it to Northern Virginia. DC is tough because there's no space.
I think I counted 12, but I'm not certain that's right.
No, there's no way, because I think I'm at 12, like near 12. Yeah, I'd have to sit and count.
I can't in my mind right now. No.
That's all good.
But anyways, I've seen a lot of football stadiums, but I'd like to go to a lot more. Those are my thoughts. Thank you.
I missed a dollar Streamlabs from Jake saying you'll take it was $1 saying you'll take a shot for a lower amount, huh? Yeah, we're not doing that.
Not for $1. You said 5.
Maybe 20 minutes, like 30 minutes ago. Not.
Yeah, I did miss it. It was about that long ago.
Oh, okay. I will take a sip of. I bought a new bourbon that I haven't tried yet. I'll take a sip of that.
While Juice is doing that, next week is going to be a very special episode of What the Show.
It's just me and Juice. When does that ever happen? Never. Yes. It's the first. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like, isn't Mike and AJ going to be out of town?
We won't be here, so it's just us, and we're going to get wild. I'm just kidding. It's not going to get that crazy, but we're going to have a good time. Everyone, come hang out with us. And Cousin Rob, if you got a Uber guy, let us know.
It's going to be fantastic.
I'm going to be watching or listening depending on how I am in my travels. But
so where I was at dinner tonight, I was coming up with questions to ask and ideas and stuff, and it's going to be a blast. I can already tell.
Here we go. Chase that new bourbon. Oh, look at him. So fancy.
Oh, why did I only spend $16?
You get what you pay for sometimes.
What do you pay for?
Only get what you get.
I'm drinking Evan Williams, so you know.
That's higher up than this. I do love. I just got the Evan Williams bonded, 100 proof.
Evan Williams really for the price is really not bad.
For the price, it's solid.
Fair enough.
Man. All right, Jake.
He's such an asshole, yo.
Lahan.
All right, Jake. Here's to you and my empty water that won't be able to help with this.
You bastard.
Yeah, well, that was worth a shot.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni.